It feels like every day there's news about AI doing something crazy, like
Yeah.
writing a symphony or designing a self-driving spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also news of some new cyber threat every day. It's
Right.
like, who can keep up with all this?
Exactly.
That's why you're here, though, right? You get it.
Yeah.
You know, that understanding all this cybersecurity stuff is, like, crucial these days.
Absolutely crucial, yeah.
It changes so fast.
It really does. It's a constantly evolving landscape.
For sure.
And today, we're going to try to, give you a clear picture of what's going on.
Yeah, paint a picture.
Both the exciting new solutions
Look at good stuff.
and the vulnerabilities.
The scary stuff.
Yeah, the things that are keeping cybersecurity experts up at night.
Up all night, yeah.
Yeah.
We're diving deep today into 20 new research papers
Wow.
from the Security Arcs,
The Security Arts Wharf, yeah.
all published today,
Hot off the presses.
January 20th, 2025.
2025.
So this is like a sneak peek into the future of cybersecurity.
I like that. A sneak peek.
Yeah.
It is. Because, we're not just talking about some distant future anymore.
Right.
Quantum computing is already impacting cybersecurity.
Okay, let's talk quantum computing. It sounds so cool.
It is cool.
And so confusing.
But also confusing.
Like, I kind of get it, but I kind of don't.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
We've got this paper, W3ID, a quantum computing secure digital identity system.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That jumps right into it.
It does.
What is this W3ID?
This is a really big deal.
Okay.
Because it proposes a totally new way to think about digital identity.
Okay.
Like, you know how we have usernames and passwords?
Yeah, of course.
That's how we do things now, right? Well, imagine if your digital ID was secured by a system that was basically, unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Even by quantum computers.
Oh, wow.
That's what W3ID is trying to do.
So you're saying, no more worrying about my password being too weak or someone hacking my account?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Because they guessed my password or something.
Exactly, because, W3ID uses this, really complex approach.
Okay.
That basically makes brute force attacks, even with a quantum computer.
Even with a quantum computer, yeah.
Almost impossible.
Wow.
They'd be trying forever.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a digital fortress around your identity.
It really is. It's like a fortress.
That's a good way to put it.
It makes you think, how is this going to change things?
Yeah, how is this going to everything?
I think online banking.
Online banking for sure.
Social media.
Social media, yeah.
Even voting.
Oh, yeah. Voting is a big one.
Yeah.
How would that even work?
It's going to revolutionize how we interact online, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
But there's another side to this whole quantum computing thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword.
Okay.
It can secure data, but it can also be a threat.
Wait, so the same tech that can make us super safe online can also make us super vulnerable.
Yeah, it's kind of paradox.
Yeah, that is a paradox.
Our current encryption methods.
Like the stuff we use today.
Yeah, they rely on math problems that are really hard for regular computers to solve.
Mm.
But a quantum computer, they can break those, no problem.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so that's where post-quantum cryptography comes in.
Post-quantum cryptography.
That's a mouthful, I know.
That's a mouthful.
But it's important.
Okay, what is post-quantum cryptography?
That's what this next paper is all about.
All right, what's this one called?
It's called Introducing Post-Quantum Algorithms in Open RAN Interfaces.
Open RAN interfaces.
Yeah, so first, what is Open RAN?
Okay, yeah, what is that?
Think of it like building a mobile network with Legos.
Legos, okay.
It's a more flexible way to build the infrastructure for 5G and beyond.
So it's more customizable.
Exactly.
But with Legos, you can also break them apart more easily.
Right, and that's the issue here.
Oh, so it's more flexible, but maybe less secure?
Yeah, it creates more points where attackers could get in.
So more entry points for the bad guys.
Yeah, more ways to cause trouble.
That's not great.
Not great. But that's why this research is so important.
Okay.
They're exploring how to put quantum-resistant encryption.
Like the stuff we talked about before.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Into these Open RAN networks.
So making them, future-proof.
Future-proofing them against those quantum computers.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, it's good news.
Sounds like they're on top of it.
They're definitely working on it.
But what about AI?
Oh, AI, yeah.
We hear so much about AI and cybersecurity.
It's a hot topic.
It can be good, it can be bad.
Right. AI's a major player in this game.
Yeah.
There's this paper, Generative AI in Cybersecurity.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
That gives a great overview.
Okay.
It talks about how AI, especially large language models, or LLMs.
LLMs?
Yeah, they can analyze tons of data to spot those patterns of malicious activity.
Like stuff that humans might miss.
Exactly. They can see things we can't.
So it's like having an AI security guard.
Yeah. I like that analogy.
So I'm constantly watching your network.
Yeah, always on guard.
Looking for anything suspicious.
That's a good way to put it.
That's pretty cool.
It can automate all these tasks.
So it makes things easier for the humans?
Yeah, like intrusion detection,
Oh.
malware analysis, things like that.
So it's a good tool for cybersecurity folks.
It really is. It can be a huge help.
But, there's always a catch, right?
Of course. There's always a catch.
Is the AI itself vulnerable to attacks?
Well,
Like, can it be hacked?
unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, no.
We're seeing more and more of these prompt injection attacks.
Prompt injection, that sounds scary.
It is a bit scary.
What is that?
So attackers, they craft these malicious inputs
Okay.
to trick the AI into doing stuff it shouldn't.
Oh, so they're like manipulating the AI?
Yeah, kind of like hacking its brain.
Okay, so can you give me like a real world example?
Sure, imagine you have a chatbot.
Okay, like a customer service bot.
Yeah, one that helps with, like, bank accounts.
Okay.
If an attacker could inject the right prompt,
Okay.
they might be able to trick the chatbot into giving them sensitive info about a user's account.
Like their account number and stuff?
Yeah, or even transfer money to the attacker's own account.
Whoa, that's really bad.
Yeah, it can get pretty serious.
That is scary.
It is, but of course, researchers are working on ways to protect these AI systems.
Okay, so there's hope.
Yeah, there's always hope.
What are they doing?
Well, they're developing ways to, like, test the security of AI.
So like giving AI a cybersecurity exam.
That's a good way to think about it, yeah.
That's funny.
There's this research like CSEVOL.
CS
VLS bench.
VLS bench. Okay.
These are like testing grounds for AI security.
So tell me more about these exams for AI.
Okay, so CSEVOL is like a standardized test
Okay.
for AI security skills.
It's like the SATs for AI.
Exactly. It measures how well LLMs do on various tasks
Cybersecurity test.
to see how competent they are, how good they are at security.
Okay.
And then there's VLS Bench.
Okay. VLS bench.
That tackles a tricky issue called visual leakage.
Visual leakage.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
What is that?
So imagine you're training an AI model
Okay.
that works with both images and text.
So like you can look at a picture and describe it.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
The model might seem safe because it avoids using offensive language.
So it's like it knows what's appropriate to say.
Yeah, you might think it's learned the rules.
Yeah.
But what if it's only doing that because the text already hinted at the offensive stuff in the image?
Oh, so it's like it's cheating.
Yeah, it's like it's thinking, well, the text already said it, so I don't have to.
It's like trying to get out of doing its homework.
Exactly.
That's funny.
So VLS Bench, it tests for this kind of trickery.
So it's like making sure the AI isn't cutting corners.
Right. It has to actually understand what it's seeing, not just rely on the text.
So it's like a double check.
Yeah, a double check to make sure the AI isn't being manipulated.
That's really clever.
It is. It's a smart way to test these systems.
It really shows that we need to be careful about how we train these AIs.
Absolutely.
They can do so much good,
They can.
but we have to be aware of the risks too.
We do. It's a balance
Yeah, balance.
between the potential and the risks.
That's a good way to put it.
We got to be smart about it.
We do.
Think about how we use them.
Yeah, think before you deploy.
Exactly. Think before you deploy.
We were just talking about how AI can be tricked.
Mhm.
But what about if it's tampered with?
Tampered with.
Yeah, like what if someone messes with the AI's code
Oh, I see what you mean.
to make it do bad stuff?
Yeah, that's a serious concern.
Like you think your car's running fine,
Right.
but someone's messed with the engine.
You wouldn't know until it's too late.
Exactly.
There's research being done on how to detect that kind of tampering, though.
Oh, that's good.
One paper I saw, MITSCAN, real-time integrity checking for tiny ML on microcontrollers, using power analysis.
Misscan, using power analysis.
Yeah, it uses power consumption to see if something's wrong.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
power consumption.
Uh-huh.
How can you tell if an AI's been messed with just by, like, how much power it uses?
Okay, so think of it like this.
Okay.
If someone messes with your car's engine,
Okay.
it might start using more gas, right?
Yeah, a bit so.
MITSCAN works kind of like that.
Okay.
It looks at the power signature
The power signature.
of an AI model running on a tiny device,
Okay.
like a medical sensor
Okay.
or the smart home gadget.
So, like the little things?
Yeah, the things with those tiny AI chips in them.
Okay.
Any change to the code,
Like even a small change?
even a small change,
Yeah.
will make its power consumption go up or down.
Oh, that's interesting.
MITSCAN can see those tiny changes in real time.
So it's like an alarm system.
Yeah, a built-in alarm system for AI.
Constantly checking to see if something's off.
Exactly. It's pretty neat, huh?
That is clever.
And it's really important for safety.
Yeah, for sure.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Like a doctor using an AI-powered medical device.
Oh, yeah.
Again, could make sure that the software hasn't been messed with.
So they can trust the diagnosis?
Exactly.
That's huge.
It's all about trust and reliability.
Yeah, and with all these AI-powered devices these days.
Right, we've got AI in everything.
We do, it seems like.
It's going to be essential to have that kind of security.
Makes you wonder, like, what else could this be used for?
Oh, yeah, tons of things.
Casemakers, self-driving cars, even those smart fridges
Smart fridge, yeah.
that everyone's talking about.
Right. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere.
But let's switch gears for a second.
Okay, what's next?
Let's talk about fine-tuning.
Fine-tuning.
You know how companies like Google,
Yeah.
they let developers fine-tune their AI models.
Oh, yeah, for specific tasks.
It's a really useful feature,
Yeah. It is.
but it can also be a security risk.
Oh, okay, I see where you're going with this.
It's like giving someone the keys to your car.
And saying, here, customize it however you want.
Exactly. It can be risky.
Yeah, it can.
There's this paper, Computing Optimization-Based Prompt Injections Against Closed-Weights Models by Misusing a Fine-Tuning API.
Wow, that's a long title.
It is a long title.
But it sounds important.
It is.
So they're saying that attackers can use fine-tuning
Right.
to basically, like, create a backdoor into the AI,
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
like sneak in something malicious.
Exactly, and they found some pretty worrying results.
Oh, no. What did they find?
They were able to attack Google's Gemini LLMs
Google's Gemini LLM.
with like an 82% success rate.
82%, that's really high.
Yeah, it's pretty alarming.
So the threat is real.
It's definitely real.
Makes you think twice about using any AI tool that lets you fine-tune it.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Is the convenience worth the risk?
It's a trade-off,
It is.
but there are ways to make it safer.
Like what?
Well, you can control who has access to the fine-tuning.
Okay, so like only authorized personnel
Right, and you can also implement security measures.
to prevent those malicious prompts.
Exactly, like having a security guard at the door of your AI.
Making sure no one sneaks in anything bad.
Yeah, keeping things under control.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the risks of AI,
Oh, yeah.
but let's not forget it can be a powerful tool for good.
Oh, absolutely.
It can help us analyze all that data
Yeah, mountains of data.
to find patterns and anomalies.
Things that humans might miss.
Exactly.
There's this paper, Threat Cluster, Unsupervised Threat Intelligence Clustering for Efficient Incident Response.
Threat cluster.
It's about helping those computer emergency response teams
CERTs, yeah.
deal with all that threat information they get.
They must get bombarded with data.
Oh, they do. It's overwhelming.
So Threat Cluster helps them sort through it all,
Yeah, it groups similar threats together.
so they can prioritize.
Exactly. And respond more effectively.
It's like having an AI assistant,
Yeah, really smart assistant.
helping them focus on the most important stuff.
That's a good way to put it.
That's a great example of AI being used for good.
It really is.
Speaking of AI doing good,
Yeah.
there's another paper,
Okay, which one?
Bandit on the Hunt for Cyber Threat Intelligence, exploring automatic source discovery for proactive cyber defense.
Bandit on the Hunt. I like that.
That sounds like some kind of, like, super smart AI detective,
Kind of is. Yeah.
like hunting down cyber threats.
That's a great analogy.
What does Bandit do?
Bandit automatically searches for and evaluates
Okay.
new sources of cyber threat intelligence.
So it's like constantly learning.
It's always learning, always expanding its knowledge.
That's impressive.
It gives security teams an edge.
So they can stay ahead of the bad guys.
Exactly. They got to be one step ahead.
They do.
And then there's CysParam, parameter-aware fuzzing for kernel drivers.
CysParam, that's a new one.
It's a new approach to finding vulnerabilities,
Okay.
specifically in kernel drivers.
Kernel drivers, those are important, right?
It's super important.
They make everything work.
Yeah, they're essential for the whole computer system.
Okay, so what is CysParam?
It's a new way of fuzzing,
Fuzzing.
where you test software by feeding it random inputs.
Oh, right, to see if it breaks.
Exactly.
Like trying to find those hidden bugs.
Yeah, those vulnerabilities that hackers could exploit.
Okay, so what makes CysParam special?
It uses AI to adjust the fuzzing process.
So it's like an AI-powered bug exterminator,
I love that analogy, yeah.
constantly searching for and squashing bugs.
That's exactly what it does.
It sounds like a pretty powerful combination.
It is. It's a great example of how AI can be used to improve security.
It's amazing how much AI is being used in cybersecurity now.
It's a game changer, that's for sure.
It really is.
But there's another area of research that's blowing my mind.
Even more mind-blowing than AI.
Yeah, this is getting into, like, quantum mechanics territory.
Whoa, quantum mechanics.
I know, it sounds crazy.
We're going deep down the rabbit hole now.
But it's actually pretty elegant.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
This paper, Advancing Image Security with Quantum Key Distribution and Multi-Layer Chaotic Encryption for Quantum Resilient Transmission.
Okay, that title is a mouthful.
It is, but it describes a system that uses quantum mechanics to make communications super secure.
Super secure? Like how secure are we talking?
Like physically impossible to eavesdrop on.
Wow, so it's not just about complex algorithms anymore. It's
Right.
using the laws of physics to guarantee security.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's like having an unbreakable lock on your data.
An unbreakable lock, that's a good way to put it.
It's still early days for this tech.
But it sounds incredibly promising.
Oh, it is, especially for sensitive stuff.
Like what kind of stuff?
Like healthcare data,
Oh yeah, medical records, stuff like that.
financial transactions, government communications.
Yeah, anything super confidential.
Imagine being able to send, like, medical images
Okay.
with absolute certainty that no one can intercept them.
That would be a game changer for healthcare.
It would revolutionize things.
Speaking of real-world applications,
Yeah.
let's talk about mobile security.
Mobile security, a big one.
Our phones are like an extension of ourselves these days,
They hold so much personal information.
which makes them a prime target for attackers.
Oh yeah, they're going after our phones big time.
And the ways they're doing it are getting more sophisticated.
They're getting creative.
They are.
This paper, careful about what app promotion ads recommend. Detecting and explaining malware promotion via app promotion graph.
App promotion ads. You mean like those ads that pop up in apps?
Exactly, the ones suggesting other apps you might like.
Those can be dangerous.
They can be, yeah.
You're telling me those can spread malware?
It's a new attack vector.
So you download what you think is a harmless app,
Right.
and it's actually full of malware.
It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
It's scary how sneaky these attackers are getting.
And what's worse, the ad networks might not even know they're promoting malware.
Oh, wow. So it's not even their fault.
Not necessarily. They could be completely unaware.
That's unsettling.
It is.
Yeah.
But researchers are developing ways to detect these malicious ads.
So there's hope.
Yeah, there's always hope.
It's a constant battle.
It is a constant battle to stay ahead.
This is a good reminder to be careful about what you download.
Absolutely. And be wary of those in-app recommendations.
Don't just click on everything.
Think before you click.
Before you click, good advice. Yeah, it's like you really got to be careful out there.
You do.
It's a digital jungle.
It is a jungle full of apps.
So many ads.
Some good, some not so good.
Makes you think twice about what you download.
Definitely.
Speaking of thinking twice,
Yeah.
we've talked a lot about AI and cybersecurity.
We have.
It's a bit of a love-hate relationship,
I
right?
guess you could say that.
Like AI can protect us,
Mhm.
but it can also be a vulnerability.
It's a complex relationship.
It-
One of the biggest challenges is like making sure AI is trustworthy.
Yeah, how do you know if you can trust an AI?
That's where watermarking comes in.
Watermarking.
Yeah.
Like putting a watermark on a picture.
Kind of, but this is for AI models.
Oh, okay.
It's like embedding a secret code within the AI itself.
So it's like a digital fingerprint.
Exactly. It's a way to prove where the AI came from.
And that it hasn't been tampered with.
Right, exactly.
This paper, Neural Honey Trace, a robust plug-and-play watermarking framework against model extraction attacks.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It talks about a really clever watermarking technique.
It's pretty impressive.
It's supposed to be resistant to attacks.
Yeah, like model extraction attacks.
Model extraction, what's that?
It's when someone tries to, like, steal the AI model.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they can use it for themselves.
Yeah, basically.
So Neural Honey Trace prevents that.
It makes it much harder,
Okay.
even if they get their hands on the model.
Yeah,
They can't use it without everyone knowing where it came from.
because of the watermark.
Watermark, yeah.
It's like a proof of ownership
It is.
and authenticity.
Yeah, what's really cool,
Yeah.
it's plug and play.
But plug and play
Yeah. So developers don't have to retrain the whole model.
to add the watermark.
Right. It's super
Oh,
convenient.
epic deal, right?
Yeah. It makes it much easier to implement.
It's practical.
Exactly. Practical and secure.
Win-win.
Exactly.
It seems like a lot of cybersecurity research is focused on that,
On what?
on making things more practical.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
user-friendly.
User-friendly for sure.
Because what good is security if no one can use it?
Right. It has to be usable.
It does.
If it's too complicated, people won't bother.
Exactly.
And what's the point?
Speaking of usability,
Hmm.
there's this constant tension between privacy and security.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic one.
Like, you got to choose one or the other.
It feels that way sometimes.
What if you could have both?
Both.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
That's what this paper is about.
Oh, which one?
Differentially private secure multiplication. Hiding information in the rubble of noise.
Differential privacy. That's a cool concept.
It is.
So it's about performing calculations on sensitive data
Okay.
without revealing the actual data points.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
You can analyze data without seeing it.
that's the idea, yeah.
It sounds like magic. It was not magic, but it's close.
Okay, so how does it work?
Imagine you want to study, like, health records
Okay.
to find patterns and trends.
Mm-hmm.
Differential privacy lets you do that
Okay.
without ever knowing the specific details of any individual's record.
So you can get the insights without compromising anyone's privacy?
Exactly.
That's really cool.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It is, but how do they do it?
They add carefully calibrated noise to the data.
Noise.
Yeah, random noise.
So it's like blurring the data.
It's a good analogy, yeah.
You can still see the general shapes,
The overall patterns.
but not the specific.
Right, the individual details are hidden.
That's pretty clever. It is. It's a clever way to balance privacy and security.
It sounds like it could be really useful
Oh, definitely.
for healthcare, finance, anywhere where you need to protect confidential information.
Absolutely. It has huge potential.
It does.
It could change how we handle sensitive data,
It could,
for the better, hopefully.
hopefully.
But let's not forget about the human element in all of
In the
this.
human element, yeah.
Technology is only as good as the people using it, right?
That's true.
And humans, we make mistakes.
We do.
We can be tricked.
Yeah, sometimes we're our own worst enemy.
That's why explainable AI is so important.
Explainable AI, what's that?
It's also called XAI.
XAI, okay.
It's about making AI systems more transparent.
So we can understand how they make decisions.
Exactly. We need to know why the AI did what it did
So it's like being able to ask the AI why.
and getting a meaningful answer.
That makes sense, especially as AI becomes more involved in decision-making.
Right. We need to be able to trust those decisions.
But how do you evaluate those explanations?
That's a good question.
Like, how do you know if the AI is being truthful?
Well, that's what this paper's about.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called The Effective Similarity Measures on Accurate Stability Estimates for Local Surrogate Models in Text-Based Explainable AI.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is, I know.
But it sounds important.
It is. It's about how we measure similarity.
Similarity.
Yeah, like how do we know if two explanations are similar?
Oh, I see. Like, how do we compare them?
Exactly. And the choice of similarity measure can really affect how we judge the AI's explanations.
So it's like trying to decide if two songs are similar.
Okay, I like that analogy.
You might focus on the melody, the rhythm, the lyrics,
Right.
depending on what you think is important.
And in XAI, it's the same thing.
We need to choose the right way to measure similarity.
To accurately assess the AI's explanations.
Otherwise, we might get the wrong impression
We might think the AI is unstable.
when it's actually not.
Right. Or we might miss subtle variations.
It sounds complicated.
It can be, but it's important work.
Yeah, it is.
It's all about making AI more trustworthy.
That's a good goal.
It is.
Okay, we've got one more paper to go.
Right, what's the last one?
Seal. Entangled white box watermarks on low-rank adaptation.
SEAL, that's an interesting one.
It's about protecting AI models, right?
Yeah, specifically those low-rank adaptation models.
Unray models, okay.
They're becoming really popular.
Why is that?
They're a more efficient way to train and share large AI models.
So they're like a streamlined version.
Yeah, but that also makes them a target for attackers,
People want to steal them.
right? Or tamper with them.
So Seal protects them.
SEAL is a new watermarking technique.
So it's like that digital fingerprint we were talking about before.
Exactly, but it's even more robust.
How so?
It uses entanglement
Entanglement?
from quantum mechanics.
Whoa, quantum mechanics again?
I know, it's everywhere.
It is.
So this entanglement makes the watermark really hard to remove.
Even if someone tries to tamper with it.
It'll still be detectable.
That's pretty amazing.
It's like we're using quantum mechanics to fight AI theft.
That's a cool way to put it.
It just shows that even as attackers get smarter,
Yeah.
researchers are coming up with new ways to defend our systems.
It's a constant arms race.
It is, but it's good to know the good guys are keeping up.
That's a great point to end on.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we've reached the end of our deep dive
Into the future of cybersecurity.
into all these fascinating research papers.
It's been a wild ride.
It has.
Cybersecurity is definitely a dynamic field.
Always changing.
New threats, new solutions.
It's important to stay informed.
Absolutely, knowledge is power.
What are some things people can do to protect themselves?
Use strong passwords.
Good one.
Be careful about what links you click.
Don't click on everything.
And keep your software updated.
Those updates are important.
They are. They often include security patches.
So basically, just be smart about your online activity.
Exactly. And remember,
Yeah.
cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility.
We all have a role to play.
In making the digital world a safer place,
Well said.
stay curious, stay vigilant.
And keep exploring.
The ever-changing world of cybersecurity.
That's a great way to wrap things up.
Thanks, E.
Thanks for joining us today.
It's been a pleasure.